you're like me, you're figuring all this COVID stuff out. Like, how do I order my food on DoorDash? You know, is it gonna be here in 10 minutes? What's the perfect ratio of my mask to glasses so that they don't fog up? You're figuring it out. We're figuring it out here at Union College. We're here with Canine. She's the Vice President for Student Life here at Union. How are classes and things like that going to look different?
Well, it will look different because different chairs, we're going to keep the chairs as they are, but they will be marked where you don't sit in them. So they will be spaced out so we can do physical distancing because we don't want to do social distancing because we actually want you guys to, get to know each other. That's a good thing. Where there's buildings that we have 2 stairwells, then one will be up, one will be down. Of course, in an emergency case, it's both ways, clearly.
Okay. So one-way stairways, one-way, are the hallways also?
Mm-hmm.
Also the hallways, very good.
So when you get here, there's going to be, you should have already hopefully reserved a time to go into your residential hall and work with the deans at what time that is. And then you and 2 of your guests, whoever that might be, will get your temperatures checked, and then you'll be able to move your stuff into your residential hall. There will be an RA that will assist you through Zoom in different ways to help you with that process.
What type of things are going to be in place to keep the rest of the student body safe from that?
So if you're living in our residential halls, then what will happen is we actually have a quarantine process and we actually have an isolation process. So quarantine would be like if you're traveling from another country and you have to go into quarantine, so it's non-symptomatic, those types of things, or you've been exposed to it. And then we have another process for isolation. And isolation is if you've been tested positive or you're waiting for your test. And we actually have isolation rooms on campus that have their own restroom and bedroom as well. So we kind of keep folks away from the bigger population, but we also have services like food delivery, laundry, things like that.
Okay, very good.
Your child will be taken care of.
Thank you, yes. I want to go into isolation, Get me away from these kids. No, just kidding. Not you kids, my kids. I love my kids too. Let's backpedal. PPE. It doesn't stand for Powerful Physical Education. It stands for Personal Protective Equipment. And that is what you see right here. Covering the moneymaker.
So as people are coming back to Lincoln and joining our family back here at Union, we want to make sure that everybody's protected. We want to protect you as well as us. And so we're all going to wear our masks. Now, if you are in your own residential room, if you're in your private office, no one else is around, take it off. That's totally fine. But really, in general, if you're in public spaces, if you're around somebody else, just make sure you're wearing your appropriate face covering.
There you have it. There's your 411 on the PPE. We're up here in the Kruger Center air filtration system, and this is the virus's kryptonite. If the virus is Evander Holyfield, this is Mike Tyson, okay? It's giving him the 1-2 punch, keeping it tight, bobbing and weaving it, scrubbing those little viruses and bacterias, poof, they can't handle it. So what's the first thing that students are going to notice that's a little bit different this year?
We're going to notice that we're going to have social distancing on the floor and a one-way direction only through the cafeteria. But we're going to take them by every bar so that they have a chance to get it on their way through. If they forget something, they're going to have to go all the way back around to come through again.
So since it's one way, you can only go one direction. If you wanted something at the beginning, you got to start back at the beginning. All right, we got this. Because you don't want people crisscrossing because of the social distance, right?
Right. So nobody will be touching any utensils, any food, except for my crew, which will have gloves and masks. So everything is going to be pre-made in packaging. So you can go through and choose, and we have a variety of different things every day, so we'll break it up a little bit.
So what are we doing as far as distancing for the students that are going to be eating in the cafeteria and bringing their food out here?
Okay, the health department, our county health department told us that we need to do every other booth. We can fit up to 8 people in that booth. And then we had half the capacity that we normally do. So right now I have seating for about 160.
Okay.
So we sanitize 3 times a day. Sanitize tables as soon as the other people get up and vacate.
Okay. Yeah, getting people spaced out on their tables,
Yes.
limiting groups, every other booth. a lot of sanitation.
Yes.
Sounds like an amazing plan. Well, here at Union College, we care about our students and we care about their safety. And we're going through every measure possible, especially here in the cafeteria, to keep student safety as a priority here. And thank you, Denise, for your time, and we'll see you next time.